What's going on, everybody? Adam here with Etrailer. Today we have some CargoSmart trailer ramp ends. So you can turn any piece of 2x8 that you have at home into an ATV ramp. So you don't have to buy a ramp just for your ATV. If you have extra lumber, you can put that on there and use it as a ramp. Might as well. And the good thing about this is whenever we're done using it, you can always just take it out and use the lumber for whatever you want to use it for. So these are gonna have a capacity of 700 pounds. So it's perfect for my 350cc Big Bear. That thing's only about 300 pounds, so I'm not really overloading it. You just wanna make sure you don't overdo it because it will bend. And if you are on a truck bed or something higher and it bends, since it's aluminum, it's just gonna fall flat and you don't wanna mess with that, especially if you have the front tires already up, because then you just flip over. So be extra safe, 700 pounds. We do have plenty of grip up here. If I didn't have this piece of metal right here and it was just wood all the way to the end, you could actually screw it down if you really wanted some extra security. I don't really need it because it worked out pretty good anyway, especially with this being on metal. It didn't really want to slide at all, which is good. I do like though how it does have these little teeth right there, because it will get slick when it gets wet, and especially the wood. If you have treated wood, it's gonna get slick. If you have normal wood, it's gonna get slick. So what you should do is we do have some, they're called grip strips. You take the grip strips down, you can get a 60-foot roll or you can get a 10-foot roll, and you can put that down just to make sure you're gonna have some traction, because when it rains, these are gonna be extremely slick and you're definitely gonna need it. And you can grab it here at Etrailer. It does not come with the kit, but the teeth that come on top of here do. What can you do with an aluminum ramp that you can't do with these? Well, it's a ramp, this is a ramp. If anything, these are just a little bit more versatile. We can take these off and use it for something else at the very end of the day. So if you're not really planning on using ramps or using your ATV over the winter, you can just take these off, put these on a little tiny shelf. It only takes up this much space, and you can use this wood for something useful. A ramp's only gonna be a ramp, so if you buy one from Etrailer, that's pretty much all you need. With this, it's a lot more customizable. You can make it whatever length you want and change it whenever you do need to change it. It's just really, really simple to get a ramp to get your toys on top of either the bed of your truck or the trailer. And this is just a very cost-effective option, and it's not gonna take up a whole lot of room in your garage. Literally took me 2 minutes with a drill bit, and one socket to tighten everything down. So it's super quick. So stick around, we're gonna show you how we did it. To get going, you can do this first if you want. So basically what these are gonna do, this is gonna be the part that you're gonna be driving on, and then underneath is where it's gonna be sitting right here. So we don't want metal on metal. We don't want it to scratch up, so they give us this. So basically just pull it off just like any other sticker. It's extremely sticky. So take that off, line up the holes. As long as they go through and expose those holes, we're good. So do that for both of them. And then what you want to do is get an idea of where it's going to go on the board. So these are just your standard 2x8s, and I cut them to 6 foot just so I can fit it into the bed of my truck even with this installed. So this is a little under 6.5 foot long with this, so it'll fit, and I don't have to have them leaning up against the back, or they're not gonna be too long to where I need to have one of those flags whenever something's a little too long. So what you want to do is get an idea of where they're gonna go, nice and centered. Hold it there and then flip it around like that. And we're just going to mark these up. And the drill that I'm using is an 11/32 inch drill bit. Not included, but the hardware is, which is awesome. Now that they're just marked up, I'm gonna do the same exact thing to this one. There we go. Perfect. So now, nice. We can go ahead and take our mounting hardware. We're gonna get a carriage bolt and a nut. And these actually do come with the mounting hardware, which I like, because you really want to bolt it through. So we want to think about this. So we're not going to be driving up on this side, so we really don't want the sharp point sticking up there. So what we want to do is flip it back over, or just on the side. And you're just going to fish these through, just because this is the smoother part. This is where my tires are going to be. So once we do that for both of them, we can put the nut on the back side and get that all sorted out. There we go. And now all you need is a 1/2-inch socket to tighten this up. Perfect. And the same for the other side. So with that installed, I'm pretty much done. And the nice thing about it, nice smooth side, so we don't have to worry about something happening to our tires whenever we're mounting up. I actually just had a flat the other day on my vehicle, and it's not fun. Look at that. Ready to go. Well, there we go. I literally found some scrap wood in a bin back behind Etrailer, and we turned them into ramps. That's awesome. These are 2x8s, but if you do have bigger ones like what's on your trailers, if you have those sitting around, you can also get the 12-inch version as well. They're both made of aluminum. They both come with the mounting hardware, and they do have that little pad on underneath too, so you don't have to worry about scratching up whatever you plan on putting it on. If you were to do it on a truck bed, I mean, it would be every bit of this. So I would definitely get something a little bit longer than 6 foot if you're doing it on a truck bed. So most likely you're gonna have to have it sitting out of your truck bed whenever you're hauling them around if it's greater than that. But if you have an 8-foot bed, it might work out. And if you don't have a real jacked up truck either. But just be mindful of that, of which one you think is gonna be best. I only have a 4-wheeler, so my tires aren't super thick. But if you did have a mower or something like that, you might want to get something that's a little bit wider. It's all up to you. I'm pretty accurate with my wheeler, so I don't really need something too wide. And that'll do it for a look at the CargoSmart 8 and 12-inch ATV trailer ramps. And I'm Adam with Etrailer.